also known as the Black Dragon of the Northern Oceans, and my journey brings me to these parts on a friendly mission of peace and harmony. Why do you still block my path, stranger? Don't you see? I'm not someone you should wish to offend, unless you want me to use this.
You dare to threaten me, young lad? Black Dragon of the Northern Oceans, that's a very grand title. So why don't we see if you're capable of living up to it?
You need help, Kike?
Hello, brother.
I am the Blue Dragon of the Eastern Heights and the eldest son.
And I am the Red Dragon of the Southern Seas.
And I am the third brother and the White Dragon of the Western Isles.
Beware, Xiu, the Yin dynasty declines whilst the Chu dynasty rises. Or have you chosen to forget that events on Earth can influence events in heaven? You are disobeying the law of heaven and trespassing on the domain of the dragons.
No one tells me what to do. I go where I please and I take what I want. So let's see if you can stop me. Go on!
I'm coming! You're nothing but half the beast I thought you were.
You haven't seen the last of me. I'll be back. I'll rise again, and then you'll all wish you had never seen the light of day.
You
Leave him,
miserable...
Juke.
Why not let me finish him off?
Because it has been ruled in the heavens that we are not to kill him.
Amaru told me earlier on that he'd been having one of his weird dreams again.
Weird dreams?
Yeah, it was all about me meeting this monster with a cow's head who wanted to kill me.
He had a cow's head?
Yeah, and he was blocking my path, and he wouldn't get out of the way, even though I told him who I was.
But then I came along, wielding my trusty and very sharp sword, and cut him in half.
I didn't say it was you, but it had your face, but because you were wearing white clothes and armor, you looked like a completely different person.
I was wearing white clothes? I hope that doesn't mean I was a ghost.
You were there too, Hajime and Suzuku, and you were both wearing armor as well.
So if I get what you're saying, we were all there together and we were all dressed in armor.
Hey, Oru, stop that! He's stealing my food!
That's my fee for appearing in your dream and saving your life.
Oh, Aru.
And as yet, there's been no official comment from the commander of the United States
Amaru,
Army.
remember the monster you told us about in your
Ambassador.
dream?
We've also
Did he
received
look
some
like this?
confirmed reports that Hawaiian-
Yeah, that's him. He looked exactly like that.
Yeah, I thought it sounded just like him. In ancient Chinese mythology, this monster is known as Xiu.
Shiu.
Yeah, that's his name, and he was known as the nastiest, most evil character in the whole of Chinese mythology.
Well, he looks pretty nasty and evil and ugly, too, with that huge cow's head on him. But what I'd like to know is, what was he doing in Amaru's dream?
It's quite possible that there was some sort of connection between Xiu and dragons in the ancient mythological world, but...
But what?
Well, Xiu is generally considered to be a devil, but in some parts of the world, a human with a cow's head is thought to be the mark of a sacred
Hey,
king.
that's right. I've also heard that story somewhere before.
Yeah, it's the same thing with dragons, isn't it, Hajime?
Yeah, that's right, Amaru, except that it's the other way round. In China, dragons have always been on the side of justice, whilst in the West, they're always seen as evil beasts.
So Amaru had a dream about a fight between two opposites, one good and one evil, but which is which?
For an update on the extraordinary
Were the dragons in his dream Chinese or Western?
It might not be as simple as that, because there's often a hidden story.
Well, things have quietened down considerably since the fire and storms of the past few days. The U.S. military are busy with a cleanup operation, both here and in the town of Yokota. Joined by units from the Japanese Army, both U.S. and Japanese soldiers are assisting the local population to clean up and repair the extensive damage
Get
to
a shot of
buildings
that
and
woman
farmland.
over there.
What? You mean the good looker over there in the shades?
Yeah.
Who are these young people, and what were they doing at the Yokota base?
We know that they're the ones responsible for the destruction of the Yokota base.
What? They look too young to be responsible for anything. I hope you're not trying to fix the blame onto Japanese youngsters in order to sue the Japanese government.
If I was going to do that, I would have chosen some far likelier candidates for a frame-up.
Yes, I'm sure you would have, huh? Who are these four youngsters anyway? And that girl? Now, where have I seen that girl before?
The boys are all brothers. There's also a fourth brother, but he's not in this picture.
Oh?
This file contains all the data we have on them.
Let's have a look.
The boys are called Hajime, Tsuku, Oaru, and Amaru, the four Riodo brothers.
They have an unusual set of names, but I hope you're not making a mistake. So what does Mulligan want me to do about these boys, then?
We want you to order the police to issue a warrant for their arrest, and as soon as they're caught, you're to hand them over to me.
Unfortunately, Japan is a democratic country, and I'm afraid I can't just go around ordering the police to arrest people on the flimsiest of evidence, my dear, even though their grandfather was well known for being a dangerous dissident thinker at the time of the last war.
Oh?
However, what happens within a U.S. Army base has nothing to do with the Japanese government. That has been the long-term understanding between us since the end of the war.
Then what would you say to this, Prime Minister?
Huh?
These same young people also stole a Japanese army tank. You must surely have evidence of that.
First the old man of Kamakura, and now the Mulligan Foundation. What is it with those Riodo brothers? Get me the chief of the Metropolitan Police.
First the Tokyo Met building's destroyed, and now the Yokota Army base, and those bastards upstairs put me on both, which doesn't even give me time to crap. What?
Hi.
Shinkai!
I tried to get you at your office, but they told me you'd left for the day.
Why? Was it something urgent?
Well, I wanted some info about the Mulligan Foundation for an article I'm doing.
Well, as it happens, I was also trying to get hold of you. I wanted to ask you about something.
Oh?
Damn boots, sloppy bastard.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh no, you pigged out and eaten all my caviar. That was real caviar, you dimwit. I bet you didn't even know what you were eating. And do you have any idea how much this stuff costs?
Hey, chill out, old buddy. All this fuss about a bunch of old fish eggs, it's only food, and anyway, it's all the same when it hits your belly.
Shinkai, please tell me what I've done to deserve all this.
I might have guessed you'd be hiding out here, eating all his food and guzzling all his beer.
Well, isn't that what one's friends are for, eh, Nishikawa?
You're just using me, aren't you?
Hello there. Hey, I have an introduction to make. Meet my new friend, Yashihiko Matsunaga.
Yoshihiko Matsunaga. That's an unusual name for a dog.
Yeah, well, why not? Why should an intelligent animal like him suffer being called names like Rover or
I couldn't agree more, but how can you be so sure of the family name? You sure you know who the little guy's father is?
No, he chose to take his mother's name.
What's so damn funny? I haven't got anything to laugh about.